morning, students. In earlier classes we have discussed about the convolution theorem and the use of convolution theorem. We have found the values of various integrals by using the convolution theorem. Today we will also going to discuss, or we will also going to find the values of integrals by using the convolution theorem and finding some values of the convolution of some functions. So first we have to calculate the value of an integral by using the convolution theorem. Prove that the value of the integral 0 to x, we have to prove that the value of the integral 0 to x j0u sine of x minus u du, sine of x minus u du is equals to, we have to prove that this is equals to x j1x. We have to find the value of this integral, or we have to calculate, or we have to prove that the value of this integral is equals to x j1x. Now the left hand side, if we take fx is equals to integral 0 to x j0 u sine of x minus u du. Now if we take the Laplace transformation on both the sides, we get Laplace transformation of fx with respect to p is equals to Laplace transformation of the integral 0 to x j0 u sine of x minus u du with respect to p. Now using the convolution theorem on the right hand side, using the convolution theorem on right hand side, we get the Laplace transformation of the function fx with respect to p is equals to the Laplace transformation of integral 0 to x j0 u sine of x minus u du. By using the convolution theorem, this is equals to the Laplace transformation of j0x with respect to p into Laplace transformation of sin x with respect. If we use the convolution theorem on the right hand side, we get the right hand side is equals to the Laplace transformation of j0x into the Laplace transformation of sin x. And we know that the Laplace transformation of j0x is equals to 1 upon under root p square plus 1, and the Laplace transformation of sin x is 1 upon p square plus 1. So we get here the Laplace transformation of fx with respect to p is equals to 1 upon p square plus 1 all raised to 3. So using the convolution theorem, we get the Laplace transformation of the function fx, which is equals to the value of that integral which we have to calculate, and this is equals to 1 upon p square plus 1 whole raised to 3 by 2. So in order to find fx, that is the value of the integral 0 to x j0 u sine of x minus u du, we have to find the inverse Laplace transformation of this one. So taking inverse Laplace transformation, we get this is equals to inverse Laplace transformation of 1 upon p square plus 1 all raised to 3 by 2 with respect to x. So the value of the integral is equals to the inverse Laplace transformation of p square plus 1 whole raised to 3 by 2. In earlier classes, we have calculated the inverse Laplace transformation of this function 1 upon p square plus 1 whole raised to 3 by 2, and this is equals to nothing but minus x j0 dash x. We have calculated the inverse Laplace transformation of 1 upon p square plus 1 whole raised to 3 by 2, and that is equals to minus x j0 dash x. And we know that by the recurrence relation of the Bessel function, minus j0 x is equals to j1x. This is equals to, so by using the recurrence relation of the Bessel function, this is equals to x j1x, which is the required. Here we have used the recurrence relation for the Bessel function by recurrence relation of Bessel function. So we have used the convolution theorem and we calculated the value of the integral. Now we have to find the convolution of some functions. First we have to prove here that 1 star 1 star 1 star 1 n times 1 star 1 star 1 star n times, and this is equals to x raised to n minus 1 upon factorial n minus 1. We have to calculate the convolution of 1 with 1 with 1 with 1 n times. The convolution of 1 n times, we get this is equals to x raised to n minus 1 upon factorial n minus 1. First we calculate the convolution of two functions. The convolution of two function fx into gx. We know that the convolution of the two function f into z is nothing but integral 0 to x f of u into z of x minus u du. The convolution of two function f into z. If we first define the convolution of two function, convolution of two function f and z is defined as f star z is equals to integral 0 to x f of u z of x minus u. So using this definition of convolution of two functions, first we calculate 1 star 1. The convolution of two function 1 and 1. This is equals to, by the definition, this is 0 to x 1 into 1 d. Here fx is 1 and gx is also 1. So fx into gx, fx into z of x minus u. The convolution of this theorem is this one, and by integrating this we get this is equals to x. Again we have to calculate it now. Calculate this one. 1 star 1. Now star 1. The convolution of the function 1 star 1, which we have calculated, and now again convolution of this function with 1, we get this one as integral 0 to 1. Integral 0 to 1. 1 star 1, that is convolution of that function we have calculated, it is x. So this is f of u into z of x minus u. F of u here is x, or first we write it as the convolution of this function 1 star 1 we have calculated it as x, so x star 1. Now by the definition of the convolution of function, this is nothing but an integral 0 to x u into 1 d, and by integrating the right hand side, this is nothing but x square upon factorial. Now again we have calculated this convolution. Now again convolution of this function with 1, we get 1 star 1 star, we have calculated this one. Now again convolution of this one with 1, this is equals to, value of this one is calculated as x square by 2 factorial 2. So x square by factorial 2 convolution with 1. And by the definition of the convolution theorem, this is equals to integral 0 to x u square y factorial 2 into 1. And integrating this one right hand side, we get this one as x square upon factorial 2 into 3, and that is equals to x square upon x cube upon, and this is equals to x cube upon factorial 3. So proceeding in the same way, up to n times, we get 1 star 1 star 1 star 1 star 1 n times same way we get this one is equals to, first on the same way we get the convolution of 1 star 1 is x, that is x upon factorial 1. The convolution of 3 ones is x square upon factorial 2. The convolution of 4 ones is equals to x cube upon factorial 3. And the convolution of n ones, n times ones, we get x raised to n minus 1 upon factorial n minus 1, which is the required solution of the problem. So this is the convolution of the function and the use of convolution of functions to find the value of some integrals with the help of the convolution theorem for the Laplace transformation. Thank you very much.